What's up, nerds? So I just, literally just finished the episode 5 of Star Trek Discovery, the last season. And I just want to say that this show is just really boring. Like this one, I mean, I wasn't I could sit here and just shit all over it, which I will, but at the same time I just go, it wasn't like I was like the whole time like, oh, shut these assholes up, but it was just really boring. Like it wasn't fun. I didn't have fun. I was just like, okay, whatever. The only thing that I kind of like was kind of seeing the Breen, but so I mean, but yeah, let me break that. I won't take up too much of your time. Let's break this sucker down and let's move on with our lives. All right, here we go. So Maul and Locke have entered an unstable wormhole, and Burnham and Book enter in a shuttle and find this debris of Maul and Locke's ship next to the ISS Enterprise, which is an alternative version of the USS Enterprise from the Mirror Universe. Okay, so they go into this space butthole, and it's this little pocket of nothing, of just debris. It looks like ships galore that are all, torn apart or whatnot. And they find the ISS Enterprise from the Mirror Universe. And we didn't see it in the first season, or at least if we did, I don't remember seeing it. And so they go in, and that's where, because Maul and Locke, their ship was torn in half, and that's the only place they could have gone. The ship was brought to this universe by refugees escaping the ruthless Terran Empire. And one of the refugees went on to join the 24th Century Scientist team. And so she hid her piece of the map on the ship, which Burnham retrieves along with the next clue. Okay, so they go in there and they see all these beds and everything, and they read the story up on the wall. And the story is that a bunch of refugees, because Saru from the Mirror Universe, because she freed him, and he became like a warrior with his, his gun ears. He freed a bunch of people, and they tried to come to this universe, right? And they ended up doing it at the end, but they got stuck in this little thing, and then they jettisoned all the pods to get out of there. And so Burnham then she finds this necklace that's and everything, which is the clue to the next one. But Locke and Maul have the piece of the puzzle to unlock the whole thing of where the progenitor's technology is. So Book attempts to reason with Maul using his connection to her father, but she is unconvinced because his deadbeat ass abandoned her as a child. So we find out Book tries to be all like, hey, Maul or Locke, whichever the chick is. He's like, Maul, listen, baby. I'm your brother. And she's all like, my dad left us, and my mother had to get a job in the mines, and you know how bad that is, and she's got the black lung. And you're all like, oh, sob story, another deadbeat dad. Go figure. And he did it to protect you. Okay. So, yeah, because that's always the best choice, to abandon your children. That's always the best choice. You protect them. You abandon them to protect them. What? So, you know who wrote this? A dumb motherfucker, because that's the worst advice ever. Anybody that says that is a dumb piece of shit. Burnham and Book appeal to Maul and Locke's love for one another, but Locke reveals that there is an Inara bounty on them because he betrayed his people, the Breen, to be with Maul. So we did find out their backstory, which it was kind of interesting that he's a Breen, because they never have taken off their helmets before. But at the same time, I'm all like, when it was the big reveal, I was like, wah, wah, wah. And I was like, the writers were all like, oh my God, you guys, what if we reveal what the Breen look like underneath their helmets? And they're like, oh my God, you guys, Susie gets it. We need reveals. We need shockers. Susie gets it. And you're all like, okay, Susie, don't quit your Star Trek job, because your show is ending, so you're going to be fired, hopefully. They hope to sell the progenerator's technology to escape the bounty and move to a peaceful colony in the Gamma Quadrant. So they've got this little bounty on him because he betrayed his people and removed his helmet, his second face, to reveal his first face, his old face, to Maul. And that's a no-no. You can't be doing that stuff. So so they do that, and they want to go and live off on an island somewhere where they're sipping mojitos and stuff. And I'm all like, yeah, don't we all, honey? Maul accidentally detaches the shuttle from the ship, and it forces Burnham and Book to pilot the Enterprise out of the wormhole with help from Rayner and the Discovery crew, and Maul and Locke escape in a warp pod. So to free them from the sick bay or whatever from the shield, Maul not accidentally, she does it on purpose because she's a big moron. She thinks she's all special. And you got this Maul and Locke, and they're like, I'd rather die than spend time away from them. And I'm like, oh, shut up. You two are annoying. And so they have explosions going off and everything, and Locke and Maul, they run off, but Burnham and Book, they've got to get the ship out of the big giant space butthole, because they're about to collide with another piece of debris. So they turn on the tractor beam, and they're trying to get out of the wormhole, but it's not big enough. So on the other side of the space butthole, what's his face is trying to get the Rayner is trying to make the butthole bigger, right? We all know how to make a butthole bigger. And so then they do it by shooting into the butthole. I'm sorry. Anyway, so then they get out of the wormhole, and then Locke and Maul, they shoot out of there through a warp pod and everything. And that's the end of the episode. And you find out those people, those refugees from the mirror universe, they end up a lot of them join Starfleet, but they're and the one woman, she ended up becoming an admiral or something in Starfleet, and then after that, all her records are deleted because she was a scientist on that the little progenitor technology hiding expedition and everything. So, and then that, and that's the end of it. It's just such a this episode and this show in general, like especially this season, is just a big nothing burger. Because when I watch it, I'm like sitting there on my phone, like, okay, I'm like, what else can I do? And I'm just like, I just literally just don't care. And that's the problem with this show. You don't care about these characters. You don't care about these storylines. You don't care about any of this stuff. And when I watch it, I just go, so, and it's just not fun. It's not fun. And I wish that they would put maybe a little bit more effort into it, but they don't. And that's fine, because it gives people like me something to shit on it for. But I'm just like completely just like so not interested in this anymore. And I'm glad this is the last season, and we only have 5 more episodes to go. So we're halfway through the season. And I just go, why can't people take pride? I mean, maybe they do take pride in this, but I mean, I wouldn't be proud of this. this big bore fest. But love conquers all and shit. All right, you guys. Well, listen, that is my breakdown, my review of this. Tell me if you guys if you did like it, totally cool. Tell me why you loved it and everything. I'm if you love it, good for you, okay? But I just don't. But that's just daddy. You know what I'm saying? All right, but go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Star Trek Discovery breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Live long and prosper. Bye.